Hi, welcome to our electromagnetic theory course. In this video lecture, we will discuss about Gauss law application number 3, that is nothing but what? E due to infinite state of charge. Of course, we derived E is equal to what? Rho s by 2 epsilon naught A n by using what? Coulomb's law. Gauss law is an alternative form of Coulomb's law. By using Coulomb's law, we can derive E equal to rho s by 2 epsilon naught A n. Okay, please refer the topic. What is that? Electric field intensity due to infinite state of charge. To derive this expression, this equation, I had taken around 44 minutes for this derivation without using that Gauss law. Okay, if I use that Gauss law, okay, this time will be reduced. Okay, complexity will be reduced. By using Gauss law, we can prove E as rho s by 2 epsilon naught A n. What is Gauss law? From Gauss law, we have what is the statement of Gauss law? That is psi t equal to q enclosed. This is the statement. What is the application? We can find E due to infinite state of charge. In order to find this E, first you need to find the D. From that D, we can find E by using relationship between D and E. First step, you need to find D. Next, second step, find E by using what? D by epsilon naught. Okay, now you need to change this Gauss law in terms of the D. So that is what? Psi t can be written in terms of the D like this. That is integral D dot ds equal to Q. Okay. In order to find electric field intensity due to infinite state of charge, let us consider a rectangular box of surface area S, as shown in below figure. So let us assume this rectangular box is placed along the z-axis, which is normal to this xy plane. Okay. Now, if rectangular box is placed along z-axis like this, a rectangular box is placed along z-axis like this. Okay, let us take rectangular box here itself. Join these. Okay, and this one and this one. So you have this area, or else I will draw this rectangular box here itself. Okay, this is our rectangular box. Okay, so here we have side surfaces. These are the side 1 and this is also side 2 if it is placed along a z-axis. So it is top and it is bottom, and we have side surfaces, side 1, side 2, and we have front and back surfaces. Okay, so totally we have 6 faces. So top, bottom, 2, side 1, side 2, and front and back. Okay, now integral d dot ds q. Let us consider d along z direction. So in this case, we can go for what? A rectangular coordinate system or Cartesian coordinate system. In Cartesian coordinate system, symmetry of charge distribution maybe depends on x, r, y, or z. Let us take d along z direction, that is dz a z. Okay, or else simply the z is normal to what? Xy plane. So let us take this is normal to the given surface, that is dn a n. We can take like this also, dn a n. Now here we can take this one, that is therefore apply this one here, substitute this dn a n here. Therefore this one dn a n, it is double integral or else surface integral, closed surface integral, ds dot differential surface area normal to the this n, means ds a n. So this a n dot a n cancel, a n dot a n is 1, and of course we can simplify later, that is q. an dot an is what? N. Suppose if it is az, if it is dz, az, here also az. Clear na? An dot an is what? Note, an dot an is 1, an dot an is 1. Now simplify this, we can simplify this one, that is what? Dn is a constant because it is the component of d along a n direction, or else x direction, y direction, z direction. Maybe it is along z direction. Let us take along z direction, that is dn. Along z direction, it is magnitude. Magnitude means some constant, that is dn. Integral ds equal to what? Q. It is closed surface integral. So closed means what? We have surfaces top, bottom, side 1, side 2, side 1, this is side 2, and front and back. Okay, front and back taken as what? Side surfaces. Basically, if it is placed along a z direction, that means we need to take top and bottom only. So this top surface area and bottom surface area both are equal. So that's why we can take this as what? Dn is common, integral ds. So that can be written as what? Integral ds top, integral ds bottom, integral ds bottom, integral ds bottom equal to q. Here this integration differentiation cancel, integration differentiation cancel. This surface area, this area is equal to this area, that means that is equal to s. So let us take a small surface area del s, okay, or else s. So then we have what? Dn s plus s, here s plus s, integration differentiation cancel means s plus s, top surface area and bottom surface area both are equal, that equal to q. For the cube, top surface area and bottom surface areas are equal. So then it equal to what? Dn equal to what? Q by, or else s plus s means 2s, that is q by 2s. It can be written as what? Q by, that is 1 by 2, q by s, q by s. Charge per unit surface area, it is nothing but what? Surface charge density, where since rho s equal to what? Surface charge density. What is the definition of surface charge density? Charge per unit surface area. The surface area is s, q by s. Now here you have what? Dn equal to, finally Dn equal to what? Rho s by 2. I will write that Dn here. Okay. Dn equal to what? Rho s by what? 2. 1 by 2 into rho s by 2. What is d? This one is important in this case. What is d? D equal to, but d equal to what? Dn into an. What is dn? Dn is derived as rho s 2 into an. We derived what? D. We have d now. D bar equal to what? Rho s by 2 into an. Therefore, we can write E, but E equal to what? D bar by epsilon naught in case of free space. What is d bar? D bar is this one, that is rho s by 2 epsilon naught into an. This much of easy. The derivation of E by using Gauss law. The derivation of E due to infinite seat of charge equal to what? Rho s by 2 epsilon naught an. This is very easy when compared to electric field intensity due to infinite seat of charge by using Coulomb's law. By using Gauss law, we can derive this one like this, that is E equal to rho s by 2 epsilon naught an. Okay. To derive this, how much time we have taken? Around 9 minutes. Okay. 8:57. Okay. That means by using Gauss law, we can derive electric field intensity like this one. Okay, it is very easy. The application of Gauss law is what? We can find electric field intensity due to infinite seat of charge. What is the expression? E equal to rho s by 2 epsilon naught an. Okay, to derive this, I have taken around 44 minutes by using Coulomb's law, whereas by using this Gauss law, roughly I have taken only 10 minutes. So around 34 minutes of our time is saved. 34 minutes of time is saved. Okay, that is the specialty of Gauss law. Okay, this is all about today's class. We will discuss Gauss law application number 4. That application number 4 is what? E due to uniformly charged sphere in next class. Thank you.